Hey, you know what's great? Smaller YouTube channels. So recently, YouTube did a whole bunch of changes to their monetization system, which scared a lot of people. Now, it's not as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be, and this whole video was inspired by a group of tweets that was sent to me because I voiced my opinion on the new YouTube matter, and this one particular guy really didn't like that I wasn't freaking out about it because I didn't think it was that bad. And I got a much larger turnout on this tweet than I anticipated. There's 95 retweets, 138 comments, so I can assume that's probably like 120 channels that we gotta go through. I'm probably not gonna go through all of them in this video because that'd take way too long. But the idea of this video is we're going to check out these channels one by one, give advice to them, and hopefully that advice we give to those channels will also help you at home. But why should you care who I am? Because I think this channel might attract people that don't know, or that aren't subscribed, that don't know us. I have a channel that you're currently watching this video on. It has over 500,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for about 4.5 years now. And the channel's at a point where it's supporting not only me, but also Josh and a bunch of freelance editors that all help out on the channel. Also, I've always been really interested in the business side of things. I actually majored in business back in college. And I've talked to loads of people who know way more about the business side of YouTube than I do, and I've just pulled information from all of them. So I'm probably not the best person to be getting advice from, but I'm not the worst. Also, to make this video not super long, I'm not going to beat around the bush about anything. We are going to be very quick about... Critical. We're going to be very critical. Not full Gordon Ramsay or anything. Just...
It'll be constructive.
Yeah, like...
It's criticism that you want to hear.
Right.
It may not be...
It might not necessarily be the nicest sounding. I'm not going to beat around the bush to try to sound nice. I'm going to tell you directly, hey, if you want to keep doing this, you have to get better.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and start with the initial long line of tweets. The guy that sent me all those lines of tweets and then was like, oh yeah, I'd love some advice. So right away, the banner. When someone happens to click on one of your videos, no matter where the source is, if they liked the video, they won't subscribe immediately. They have to make sure you're able to produce frequent good content, you know? As long as you're able to make more than one video good, as long as your channel's good, then they'll subscribe. So they'll watch your video, oh, I liked that, I'm gonna check out this channel. Then they go to your channel and they see a banner like this one. This is just Photoshop 101.
That's true, yes.
This is as generic as you can get for a banner, Photoshop 101. You know, you got generic background, you got a logo picture, him in art, that's neat.
No, that's good.
A lot of YouTubers do that now, though.
Yeah.
So again, it's you commissioned some guy or you drew it yourself, you know,
yeah.
Which is what most YouTubers do nowadays. The text is not the best color for the backdrop; it doesn't pop enough. You need to work on the graphic design overall. And then you get to your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are significantly subpar.
They don't pop enough. There's too much of non-contrasting colors on there. Very first rule for thumbnails: never ever just let a screenshot from your video be a thumbnail. Oh yeah.
If you do that, you don't care about YouTube enough.
I guess one of the main things is you have to know graphic design.
Right.
To design graphics.
YouTube is a big... In order to succeed on YouTube, you have to know a little bit of everything. You gotta know video production, you gotta have a personality, you gotta know graphic design. At least the very basic graphic design. Like this thumbnail isn't bad right here.
Yeah, no, that's...
It's just not great. But let's go ahead and click that one. Let's see what we have going.
Hello everybody, Uncle Shao here. And I'm happy to announce
Get a better microphone.
That is one big thing.
So another rule for everyone. This is a general rule that applies to every single YouTube creator or aspiring YouTube creator. Audio is the most important thing. If your microphone sucks, no one's gonna watch your videos because it hurts. Like if I was watching this while wearing headphones and I just clicked it and this started coming through my headphones, I'd get a headache immediately. The video, so like cameras and stuff, doesn't matter as much, but audio is the biggest, most important thing. The first thing you should ever invest in is a good microphone. And I don't even mean like a really good microphone. Like the Blue Yeti, it's like $60, and it's way past what's
I think
good.
they have a couple that are only $40.
Mm-hmm.
200 subscriber t-shirt on sale on Teespring. Link in the description box
the
below. You could also go in the description box and like my Facebook fan page. So,
self-promoting for the first minute's never good. A good rule of thumb is if you don't grab someone's attention in the first 5 seconds, they're going to click off.
That's actually very, very true.
I do that.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like your channel is where a lot of channels are. It's you're just starting out. Even you said you were doing this for like 2 years, you said? 2 years of progress and you still seem like you just started. You have to, in order to keep up with a YouTube channel, each subsequent video has to be better than the last. If you're not improving, people might subscribe to you, but then if a future video isn't as good as the one before it, why would they bother watching it or watching it all the way through? And then after they discover that video isn't that good, why would they even click on your next one? Jamix. Who's Jamix?
Alright.
Let's find out who Jamix is. Banner, I have no idea what that even is.
Immediate impressions, I get animator.
Animator, probably animated vlogger.
Animated vlogger. The
thumbnails are good.
Thumbnails are pretty good.
Except for that one.
Well, that one looks...
That's probably a joke video.
Yeah. But the thumbnails look like they pertain to the video, and they're not just screenshots of the video. Let's look at this one.
Hey, do you know what happened today? So I did my, normal rugby on a Sunday, and I was filthy, so I took a bath. And bathing is boring. So I was watching some YouTubes like you do. By the way, I talked about YouTube in my last video. And I dropped my phone in the bath.
Oh no.
But then I dried it and it worked.
The animation is actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, the animation's not bad. Animation is very hard to do, and it's not worth it on YouTube, I feel.
Like, not for the most part, but animation is also the
highest.
You get the most Patreon support.
Yeah.
Once you build an audience.
Yeah.
But so overall, your animation's great. Like, I assume based on your voice, you're probably really young. If you keep up your animation, by the time you're a late teen, young adult, you're going to be doing wonders. But right now, your voice is the problem because most people don't particularly care about kids. Except for other kids. So right now your potential audience is really small. It's just other kids that happen upon your video. And what do most other kids watch though? They watch Markiplier. They watch Jacksepticeye, big names, as opposed to little names.
Another thing is it sounded very unrehearsed. And not everybody needs to rehearse, but a lot of pauses and breathing. If it's a non-live situation like this, where it's an animated or possibly just a voiceover, having a lot of pauses, ums, things that take up time. People have very short attention spans when it comes to these things.
And those attention spans usually get shorter if it's a kid that they're listening to.
Yeah.
And that's just a downside of being a kid. But like, if you're doing this good at your age, keep it up, man. Your thumbnails are great, going back to that.
Yeah.
What's fight.png? I assume a joke video.
Who knows?
Hey, it's me. I should probably explain my last video because that was a bit of a different video. So, I had a thing to do. It was
the editing speed isn't bad either.
Yeah.
History Battle of Agincourt thing.
And something to note, if you are an aspiring YouTuber, which I assume you are, because that was the whole criteria of replying to that tweet I sent, for the most part, don't have videos explaining other videos. Most people don't care. 44 views ain't bad, but that's probably just because of the clickbait. But as soon as you click on a video and, hey, so about my last video, most people aren't going to care because they probably didn't see your last video. When you're first starting out, keep update videos to a minimum. Like you have 250 sub-specials.
For you Americans, it's called elementary, which sounds stupid. It thinks you're actually learning stuff. Like,
British accents.
The teacher...
Also, fun fact, British accents actually help YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, no. British
because
accent.
Like, you're British, so like other British people are gonna watch your stuff because it's just the normal accent for over there. And then
Americans like
British accents.
It makes people sound
unique and more posh and educated.
Yeah, elegant, which may not be the case.
But it's all subconscious stuff. It's all marketing.
It's just a thing.
It's because of stinking Hollywood.
So.
But yeah, get a better microphone. There was like a weird ringing thing.
Under high school. 3 words. Move to Britain.
Also 3 words. Speed up pauses. I don't necessarily mean when you were saying move to Britain, but like before that you had like a breathe in little thing right here. Animations like this need speed. They need to flow really quickly. If you're talking a lot about something and then you have to breathe in, cut out the breathe in.
because that's just another chance for people to lose attention and click away. You really got to grab their attention. And with animations, it's easy to grab people's attention with animation. I always wanted to be an animator.
Yeah, no, animations. Cool.
Last bit of advice for you though. Change your banner. I have no idea what your channel is based on the banner. Crayon Time.
You missed the click like 8 times. Crayon Time.
294
Wait,
subscribers.
without thinking, what's the coolest thing? Wrong? It's dragons.
Alright.
I thought right away. That's good.
That's a good trailer to have right there.
That is
Because-
very fast immediately. You ask a question right away, then you ask the question, answer it, then your intro hits way fast. That is exactly what you should
Plus,
be
it's
doing.
you ask a question and then you say they're wrong, which makes people want to watch more because they want to prove that you're wrong originally.
People are all about being right all the time.
Yeah, people are very argumentative.
Your avatar is great.
It's you.
Your banner,
I think it's
good.
It could use possibly
a splash of color, a texture.
Maybe a texture.
I like some stripes.
If you wanted to keep it simple, or you could actually just add your character behind it or
something
next to it.
It needs something more. It's kind of bland right now. Let's check out thumbnails.
Yeah, no.
Thumbnails aren't bad.
I'm seeing a lot of decent thumbnails.
But, so what is your channel about, is what I'm wondering now. Because you got Dream Daddy, Crayon Time, I assume.
That's a game, alright?
Right.
And then
so it's
right...
not a Let's Play, though. It's probably a review. But then you got Fidget Spinners in the Workplace, How to Make Kitchen Dinner.
KD. Crayon Time. I see a lot of Crayon Time. Which
I assume that's your main series.
Yeah.
That's the channel name.
Yeah.
Maybe only upload those to this channel. Because, Pokemon XY Evolutions Charizard Elite Trainer Box.
It's an unboxing.
It's an unboxing in the midst of game reviews. A big issue I've had with YouTube is that channels need to be more precise and narrowed down. Because
variety's hard. People will watch you because of something. They'll subscribe maybe because of one type of video but then if you don't upload that consistently, people might just not watch you anymore.
Right.
And that kind of segues into subscriber burn.
Mm-hmm. Subscriber burn is it kills channels. It's
Yeah.
when people will subscribe to your channel and then not watch all your stuff, or even most of your stuff, because it's not what they subscribed for. So for instance, I assume Crayon Time is your main series. I think I've seen some of the videos before. Like I said, I've seen this guy before.
We could just open one up real quick. Alright.
It's a good intro too.
Quick.
Howdy, friends. It's February 27th.
Audio
What
isn't
that
bad.
means-
Could
that
be
means
improved.
20 years ago today, the beast hit the shelves. Unless you've been living under a rock on a deserted island in the middle of a volcano, you've probably heard of Pokemon, if not played a game or two. In fact, if you were born in the early 90s and you haven't touched
Decent
one of these,
cuts.
what were you doing? Just playing in the dirt? Even if you have played a game or two?
Your personality is good for
There are
YouTube.
over 80
Yep.
games now, including Japanese exclusives. I figured, why not compile a top 10 and slap it on the internet? Keep in mind, this is my opinion, blah blah blah, come at me.
That's
When the
cute.
DS first
Yep.
came out, Game Freak must have had an aneurysm, because it seems they didn't quite know how to handle it. They shipped out a couple odd things in the DS's first few years, and while not all of it
It's
really
good.
fast,
The
Plus-
occasional cuts to live action
Yeah,
makes
I
it
was-
very
They
personable.
should've called it
People like personality,
Yeah.
generally. The editing is not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. If not just jumps, and jumps aren't bad.
One issue is this genre of comedic game reviews with people in it is fairly difficult to get into.
It's very saturated at the moment.
Not as it's not the most saturated genre,
It's still
but
pretty.
and I feel like the reason your channel hasn't grown more, because looking
Well,
back,
how often does he upload?
right, I was gonna get to that. So
Okay.
2 years ago,
To-
and then 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago.
It looks like there's quite a bit of time between your uploads.
Right, which this particular genre is a little more difficult to do.
Oh yeah, because there's a lot of editing work to be involved with variety and all of the different types of videos you're doing.
But I'd say if you could get a Crayon Time series video out every other week, once every 2 weeks, you could actually grow.
Oh yeah.
Your stuff's good enough to do that.
Yeah.
And the more you do, the better you'll get at it.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus yourself. Narrow it down to just Crayon Time videos. Try to get one out every other week.
And then
You'll make it.
And then
And
once
then
you
I'll-
start getting a rhythm down, you can occasionally
Do something different.
do something different
But right
as a treat.
Right now, it's different Crayon Time, main series. Different Crayon Time, different
Cran Talk,
Talk.
which I'm guessing is different than Cran Time. And it looks like you have a couple of Cran Talks. You could just have alternating series.
The Cran Time thumbnails are good. The rest of the thumbnails are not. So again, if you just focus yourself to Cran Time, you actually have a lot of potential. Good stuff.
Tomato Ghost?
Tomato Ghost.
Alright.
Sonic made an excellent game. Fetch the finest wine we have.
Okay. Well, I guess I can score 2 hat tricks while I'm at it.
Yeah, do 3 Sonic games in a row and finish the Sonic Riders trilogy.
He likes skeletons.
I love skeletons.
Alright.
Very fast-paced trailer video.
The
Good
banner,
stuff.
we skipped going over
Oh, yeah.
the banner. The banner's good.
Banner's good. I just, get better art. But, not everyone can do that, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, I mean,
But,
it's got your name, it's got a picture, it's got an extra picture on the side of your character.
So like I said, I don't want to sound mean, but if I just saw this on the side of my recommendations, as an average viewer, I wouldn't click it because the art of you isn't that great. I don't know if you commissioned it or if you drew it yourself, but it's not that great as a marketing method. If you're going to have a picture of yourself in your thumbnail, it has to be a really good picture because it has to grab attention. If something in your thumbnail doesn't grab attention, it's not worth having, which is good.
Yep. Alright, so it's a decent, quick intro.
And now I'm curious if that's the same intro for all of them. Alright, so it wasn't just a one-off. It's not a bad intro because it's nice and quick. Though, I just want to watch it one more time. Cut it right there. The going away thing takes too long and it looks kind of sloppy. I just whooshish and then cut to video. You make it go by faster and it would look better, I think.
All skeletons sound like that. All of them. Everywhere.
After what feels like years of anticipation, Ukulele is
You have a
finally
good voice
out.
for this.
The game comes from the minds behind the original Banjo-Kazooie, now under the name Playtonic, and are back to see if they can revive the 3D collectathon platformer genre.
The
So with
editing's good.
success
The
of
editing is already a
Kickstarter,
huge
which
step
I
Yeah.
back
back because
most.
my love
Yeah.
of Banjo-Kazooie knows no bounds. Did Playtonic succeed?
I think they have to, or else the genre's a bit screwed.
The only thing to improve would be your live action bits. Just they're a little blown out. The room is a bit messy and unorganized. I don't know.
I guess just lighting.
Yeah, work on lighting.
Yeah.
Work on investing in a better camera. It doesn't have to be an amazing camera, but better than what you have now.
This is what I've wanted for so goddamn long. A vibrant world full of fun characters. Lots of places
I feel like
to
you
go,
have
many
potential to
missions
go everywhere.
Definitely.
It's just, right now you're small. How long has he been?
How long have you been doing this? 2
So,
years.
2 years.
How often do you post?
See, that's another thing.
2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months. So you don't post enough. That's why your channel isn't growing.
He needs to post more.
1 every 2 weeks. Let's say I told Cran Time. This genre works well at 1 every 2 weeks minimum.
Which may seem like a lot to produce.
Yeah, especially if you have
for
other
just
jobs
one
and
person.
stuff. But that's the threshold.
Yep.
Not beating around the bush. That's what you got to do to make it. That's the cutoff point.
And it has to do with just YouTube's algorithms on how they promote videos and such.
If you want your channel to be promoted by YouTube's system, especially now with the newer system, you have to meet their demands. And in general, their actual demand is once a week, but that's a little crazy for
It's starting
for
out.
just
Oh, yeah,
starting
no,
out.
that's very...
1 every 2, at the very, very least 1 a month. You should never see 1 month ago, 3 months ago. Then you also have 3 months ago. So these 2 videos were posted, close enough together. Try to get 1 every other week. You have the potential to grow. So biggest advice for you, fix your thumbnails, change the art of you, fix your banner, change the art of you. Even just removing the art of you there, this banner would be a lot better. And then just post more often. And you'll start making it because as you post more often, you'll be getting better and better at it.
Practice makes perfect.
I like that Elmo.
Yep. Elmo caught it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rachel Starr. Ah!
I'm Get Vlogger. 27,000 subscribers.
Yeah, stunt. Definitely.
Stunts and vlogs.
Stunts and vlogs. Alright, well, again, we skipped the banner.
Oh yeah. Well, the banner's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the banner's pretty good.
For I get sporty vlogger out of the banner.
Yep.
So if that's what you do, good.
If not,
you should probably, because like now I'm seeing mental health videos. So I'm guessing sporty vlogger that also covers mental health stuff, which is awesome. Your thumbnails are hard to read. These ones, I can tell that it says hearing voices, but I have to really strain.
Especially on the V
that.
and O.
So let's check out that one.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rachel Starr, schizophrenic, and this is Schizophrenia Managing Techniques, Hearing Voices. Number one thing to do is to track your audio hallucinations, the voices that you're hearing. Write them down. What does the voice look like?
Text on screen should be a little more visible than that.
Yeah.
If you make your text too similar to the color in the background, it's hard to read.
People will start trying to focus on the text more than what you're saying. Even if you're saying exactly what the text says, brains are weird. They
want to read the text you have.
They'll block out other things.
They won't be able to hear you because they'll be focusing on
a small outline on your text would do wonders.
The thumbnails in general, they make sense. I mean, it's face. You're a vlogger, so face is good. Text is good. Just make the text a bit more readable. Right now, the text, again, Photoshop 101. In order to make yourself stand out, you have to just bump yourself. It doesn't even take a lot of work. If you bump yourself up slightly to the point where you're just slightly better than most, your channel can take off.
Yeah.
Because right now, your thumbnails are average.
Also, the closed captioning on all of your videos is a good move.
Is it closed captioning?
Yeah, CC.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see
all of the
that.
ones with CC, that's a very good move.
That actually makes your videos be promoted more on the YouTube algorithm.
YouTube does like that.
Girl set on fire. Also, emojis are a good move.
Yeah.
As much as a lot of people say that they hate them, for vlogging, it's actually really good.
Yep.
Because most people that aren't that vocal love them.
Warning. Do not attempt or recreate any stunts or activity.
Probably work on your audio recording for that.
But it is good to have disclaimers.
Go.
Alright, so...
Yeah, it's a stunt video.
It's a stunt video, but like when I watch stunt videos, I like pre-setup, like, hey, this is what the stunt's gonna be. This is all of the things that we're doing.
What you could do, also, is separate your videos into two. I've seen other channels do this, and it's usually the bigger channels that have made success. So like, you have one video that's just the stunt.
Like,
with music.
Starting...
Like intense music when you do the stunt, and it's all cool and flashy and wow. And then you have a second video which shows the setup. Like hey,
behind the scenes kind of
so
stuff.
We're going to do this with this, and here's the safety equipment we have, and here's
is...
why you do the safety equipment, and now we're going to do it. And then you do it, and then wow, that was really fun. So it's like small vlog, how-to stunt vlog about what you did kind of thing. And then a separate video you have just the stunt with music. And that way you get the best of both types of audiences.
Yep. You can get people who just want to see a sick stunt, and you get people who want to know why you thought that was a good idea to do that.
To the side of my water glass lay a newspaper I had brought with me. A 12-hour shift at the community hospital's ER, followed by mine last night.
It just doesn't stand out that much just because it's the same image. Slowly moving. Occasionally another image will come on screen. And like, unless you're skipping ahead, you can't even tell it's moving.
And stood up.
I think sound effects would add a lot to this.
You can leave the check on top of the paper.
Yeah, make it like a radio show. Because I can tell visuals aren't what you're going for.
Yeah, you're going for a story, right?
Mm-hmm. Something that people will listen to in the background and not watch your video, but just have going while they're doing something else.
Subtle sound effects. Like, if you're talking about a door opening, just have a slight door opening in the back.
Get big into your sound design.
Yeah.
And your channel can go far.
It will. The reason why you're not big right now is...
You only have 2 videos.
And I'm sure it takes a while to make each one, because they seem like it's an original story.
Yeah, like if it's your own story, then that makes sense. It would take a while. Sound effects. Do it.
Yeah.
Mighty Mander. Great avatar. Good header thing. I assume that's you.
Yeah. It's a good zoom. Good zoom on the banner.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so...
How often do we got? We got 3 months, 4 months, 8 months, 8 months, 9 months. It looks like another of the...
irregular upload schedule.
Mm-hmm. It looks like that genre again of comedic game reviews and stuff.
What is that?
You got a good personality for it. Work on your lighting a bit. The background's super blown out. I say as we're blown out.
Yeah. Well, that's just because
this video is very casual. So it's just a lot of there's a lot of people trying to do this genre, and you have to make yourself stand out. The best way to make yourself stand out these days is kind of just like the equipment you got.
Yeah.
Your video camera ain't terrible, but it's not amazing, which is what you gotta compete with these days.
I also think you should advertise. Like, if you're small and you think you have something worth other people watching.
Oh yeah, show your stuff around. Like, go to Reddit. Is Reddit okay with that? I think Reddit has a rule.
Certain Reddit
boards are allowed.
But like, get talking. Talk to other people. Like,
collab with other people, small people in the same genre.
Yeah, collabs are super helpful when you're just starting out.
But yeah, your thumbnails are okay.
I mean, you have the same picture for certain ones and a different picture for other types.
Mm-hmm. I'd say the same thing I told the other guys in this genre. Your face,
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Like, the art is actually pretty good here. And then physically, I guess it's just because it's my thoughts, as opposed to your main series. So I guess that works to differentiate them.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you're small, your face doesn't mean much, unless you're a vlogger.
So a little bit of background on the story. You play as a worker for...
So it's like a review.
It's just like a casual review. Probably has comedic bits in it.
I don't
think...
I don't know if you should remove those, or like try to focus it just to your comedy series. Because there's other channels I know that are big, and like they do both reviews and the comedy stuff, and they do fine.
Yeah.
Even though, using Cat Icarus as an example, like, he does that. He does a comedy video and a review video every single week. And his review videos always get significantly less views than his comedy series. Just because that's not why people subscribe to him.
Yep.
That might be the same thing here. Maybe you'd get more views and subscribers if you focused and just got your comedy series out every other week. Psycho Ghost. Love the banner.
Yep.
It's great.
It's got 2 gaming icons. One is very popular at the moment.
I assume those are the 2 games you play on your channel.
Most likely.
But the art here, that is some great stuff that already puts you significantly above most other just Let's Players. I assume this is a Let's Play channel. Thumbnails are atrocious.
Not even gonna hide that one.
Nope, thumbnails are atrocious. Game screenshot, that's good. Text, that makes it better than a game screenshot. But the text is just text. There's nothing standing out about it.
Possibly you need
Especially
to add another...
here, you got text, 2 volume things. I don't know.
I think you should differentiate each episode with just an image from the game, like a main character doing something, or just change the image slightly to where it stands out and is an actual your own image.
This is the video we're going to go ahead and watch.
Dud versus Wads, or Duo.
If you took...
It's Duo. I read Dud.
Oh yeah, it does say Duo. So see, I can't read that unless I actually focus on it. That means the font isn't good for thumbnails.
Or just make them a different, size.
I do like the neon green around the very edge, though.
Yes.
That's good, especially since neon green seems to be
It also
your thing.
differentiates from different types of videos.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and check out a video.
Yep. Duo.
They're not shooting at us. How far is that?
Edited in captions are great.
Yeah, no.
Especially when they're all over the thing. This automatically makes you
Is this part of the game or is this editing? Because I don't know.
That's editing.
Okay.
That's like a bullet PNG.
See,
this is already significantly better than most Let's Plays.
See, I thought you were a Let's Player, so therefore I probably wouldn't have clicked on you. But knowing that you do comedy edited Let's Plays.
Before we start, this game is from the 1.0 release date, and it's the first time.
Alright, so maybe he is just a Let's Player, but he does have the introductions be edited.
Yeah, like certain parts that are funny enough to warrant editing are way better than just straight Let's Plays.
Right.
No?
Because straight Let's Plays are oversaturated.
Yes. You gotta be funny.
In fact, even the big Let's Players now, you don't just do Let's Plays.
No, that's true. They edit.
And also, actually, no, because this isn't a this isn't just from his perspective. This is all
a spectator mode.
Yeah. And that was out of his perspective, but I don't know, nicely edited spectator mode stuff.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that.
Especially for this game, because this is.
It's a popular game.
It's a popular game.
I don't know much about this community, so maybe this is fairly common in this community.
It's only got 13 bullets.
You gotta be able to make yourself stand out amongst Twitch streamers. Why should I watch you play where I could watch a Twitch streamer play and interact with them? The editing, the spectator editing is very nice. It's a nice touch. on top of the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a point that you should probably get across easier, because it doesn't say spectator mode or anything.
Well, it says spectator edits at the end, but that's at the end. Your title is so long that spectator edits doesn't appear unless I hover over it, which means you gotta shorten your titles. Because, you know, just looking at that, I have no idea what this is. It looks like a Let's Play video to me.
Search terms are for the tags. Like, if you want more search terms in your title, you want them in your tags instead.
The only, like, the first 4 words in your title are important. After that, not that much.
You have duo versus squad in there, but you also have it on your thumbnail.
Right, so you won't necessarily need that in your title,
So
since your thumbnail has it.
Yeah, which would clear up tons
But
of
you
space.
would want to put that in your tags, though.
Yes.
That way, any text you have in your thumbnail, you also want to put in your tags.
Like
PUBG cheaters.
Yeah. The editing
Sound
is
effects.
Yeah.
Editing's really good.
Sound effects and editing are way important.
I like the little Psycho Ghost thing down there.
Yeah.
Good touches.
It's a small enough watermark to where people who are watching won't really notice, but if your video ever gets, you know, viewed somewhere else, like somebody will...
They'll still recognize it.
They'll still recognize it.
It's clear. Sound effects are good.
The sound editing's good. Yeah, the editing's good.
I'm not super into the genre, so like maybe my advice might be that great. But in general, YouTube terms, the best advice is you just gotta work on your thumbnails. Your thumbnails do not get across what you do at all. They say
I thought
generic,
you were...
They say generic Let's Player, as opposed to here's a well-edited comedy video. If you're that good at video editing, you should at least be able to pick up Photoshop fairly well and make good thumbnails with it.
Even if you don't have Photoshop, there are other options like GIMP,
GIMP is free.
Fire Alpaca,
Phantom Brawler,
fighting game channel. That's interesting. I upload whatever I want. You should probably upload.
You should probably not do that.
Yeah, you should probably upload what.
Where'd you read that?
Scroll back up. Drift.
I upload whatever I want.
Gilfred.
That's your problem.
You gotta.
It sucks.
You have
but
to focus.
That's how YouTube works. As much as I hate it.
Unless, of course, everything that you want is exactly what your viewers want. Also, then is it just text?
Yeah, it's just text out the whole video.
All right.
So if I was a viewer, I'd click this because that's a good title.
Yeah.
All caps and everything. I might not have found it though because I don't know what your tags are.
Pretty clickbaity.
But I'd click it.
And then I'd...
At the second text block, I'd realize, oh great, this is probably just all text. I'd check down here, it's all text. I'd leave.
And don't just like sparkle in some words or pictures, because they'll eventually figure out that it's not just text. Are you drawing on a phone? Are you capturing on your phone?
That's weird.
I mean, that's cool that you can do that, but like...
Technology's very interesting these days.
I
like your art style too, but again, vertical video syndrome, it's a real thing.
Yeah. Unless I was watching this on my phone, even then it would be even
Our
smaller.
eyes are side by side, not on top of each other. Vertical videos aren't good. That's pretty much all I'm trying to say.
If you can figure out a way to not do that, that'd be better.
You're drawing on your phone, though.
Thumbnails are good?
Your thumbnails aren't bad. Because I assume this is the art style of your videos. So, like, it's good. The text needs work, but, like...
Extrovert. An outgoing, overtly expressive person. Introvert?
Microphone.
That's right. I'm an introvert. I'm sure a majority of you watching right now are introverts. Even if you call yourself an extrovert, you're probably an introvert. Being an introvert doesn't necessarily mean I don't like
cuts in between things. There's no long pauses like the other animation channel
I
like
prefer to
that.
stay home and enjoy my alone time. I don't really like to hang out with people unless it's my idea. I will stay up late into the night coming up with any plausible excuse I can use to get out of plans. Hey man, wanna go to the movies? I can't. I'm low on cash. Hey pal, wanna come over this weekend? This weekend?
This is a popular genre, right?
Yeah, no, this is
animated vlogs.
Animated
vlogs,
like animated talking.
Stuff. Though the animation isn't animation as much as it is just here's a picture, here's a picture, here's a picture. But that doesn't matter that much.
Moving pictures is animation.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess.
But work on
just keep
production quality. Like
like the only issue
microphone.
I have is like it looks kind of like you did it in Paint.
Fire Alpaca is free. Just get
Fire Alpaca is free.
Yeah.
So's GIMP.
And Fire Alpaca is a great tool for drawing. That was a really early video. So
it looks like you improve.
Yeah.
Making friends. Here we go.
Let's watch a newer one.
For some people, making friends
Much
can
better.
be kind of hard. Me, I was one of those
love the bow
people.
tie.
I struggled mightily, top. Hey, potato chip, best friend.
Yeah, you have the personality for this. You have the method of speaking for this, right? You just need a better microphone and up your production quality a bit. I can see you making it, for sure. And, bettering the thing. Just practice makes perfect. Keep it up. It'll probably take a couple more years. 1 or 2.
It takes a while to get really started.
Oh yeah, so I've been doing YouTube for 4 years, right? It took me 2 years to reach 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm at 500,000. So
it's like as soon as you start gaining traction, you gain more and more exponentially.
It's a snowball effect.
Yeah, it just takes a while.
And then the snowball effect eventually reaches the bottom, and then you just kind of stagnate. But the thing I did to just keep bettering myself is I just made sure each subsequent video was better than the last one. Set that as a goal for yourself. If you spent, just some more time making some of the art better, each time try to learn new techniques of drawing also. Anything to do to improve yourself. Never stop improving.
Even for non-animators, like just people who do editing and stuff, always push each video to the limits of what you can do, and then maybe even a little bit more if you can.
Yeah. Like the first 2 years, like every video I'd be looking up a tutorial on how to do something new.
Oh yeah, tutorials are great. Like how to make everything wiggle. That's a tutorial.
So there's that channel. Let's check out Ace Man. I love the ghost. The banner, the ghost is good. Text, and then this is just,
I mean, the text isn't inherently bad.
It's just
it doesn't pop enough.
Yeah, I get you're a Let's Player.
Yeah.
From this.
Get better.
The thumbnails again also.
I mean, it's not like they're the worst thumbnails I've ever seen.
Yeah, because at least you have,
edited in
a mouth.
And at least they're a picture. They're not just a screenshot of
the game.
Of the game you're playing.
I know someone who played Minecraft and you're talking
microphone.
I mean, hey, if you play online games, even if you get a better microphone and YouTube doesn't end up being good, at least you'll have a better microphone for online games,
Yeah, so you're a Let's Player. But
it's hard to be a Let's Player nowadays.
Yeah, now that we actually found a Let's Player, I can say Let's Playing is the hardest genre to get into, period.
If you're a Let's Player and you're not doing good,
you're probably not going to be doing good.
Unless you change something or do something radical.
You have to do something that makes yourself stand out, because
there's a million.
For every Let's Player that is your quality and style and everything, there's 100 others.
It's just a lot of Let's Players. It's sad how many.
It's so saturated because everyone wants to do it.
Yeah, no.
It's
one
of the easiest genres to do.
Yeah, I didn't want to say, it's the easiest, because it's not.
It's harder than people give it credit for.
You have to be personable.
Right. So to be a successful Let's Player, it has to be entirely personality. And that's why you should get a better microphone, because if I can't hear or understand you that well, I'm not getting your personality, so why would I watch? Also, are rage faces still relevant?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, dude.
I don't go on Reddit, so I guess they're relevant on Reddit.
They're probably still Reddit.
Huh. Because I was going to say, rage face in your thumbnail.
Dude,
welcome to 2011.
2012, maybe? I don't know. Dude, I don't remember.
But yeah, you're a Let's Player. Let's Players are hard to do.
If you can't make it on YouTube, there's always Twitch you could try.
Oh yeah, I highly recommend just all Let's Players on YouTube, especially with YouTube's more recent change, just go to Twitch.
Twitch welcomes you in open arms.
Like Twitch has the, you can just upload videos now to it, right?
Right.
Otaku Deity. I know this guy.
Oh, are we not going to talk about the banner?
Anime news and reviews.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's concise. It has anime pictures. It has anime from the current season. Last season.
I kind of left the anime a couple of years ago, so
I only
don't
know 2 of
those.
I don't remember. Anyway,
but anime news, because you're a news channel, you should be updating your banner all the time.
Yes, definitely update banner
with at least every anime season.
Current season, or at least last season if it was really good.
Thumbnails. It's anime with text on it. Not great text. Anime with not great text on it. Your face. Channel update.
Again, keep channel updates to a minimum. If you do a channel update, just do it on your local Discord or your Facebook group.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a 2.5 minute video of, hey, my computer died. Unless, of course, you're very personable and you make it a good joke about I was looking at too much anime. Something.
My computer got really, really sticky all of a sudden and it broke.
Welcome back, guys, to a very, very special Otaku Deity Top 10. I know it's been an extremely long time since I last put out a Top 10 video, so today's Top 10 list is one that I believe you all will love. I have put
The
together
audio
a
isn't
list
bad.
of moments
Yeah,
from High School DxD
The
that
lighting
are my
could be a
personal
bit
favorites,
improved.
and I'm
The
gonna
music
share those
is
with you
actually...
Yeah, I was about to say the music's
Also,
not bad. It's a
for the
good
end of the
choice.
video,
It's not too
I will
loud.
I assume it's from an anime soundtrack.
participating in the one
Ooh, yeah. If it's not, do
live
that.
stream event, so make sure
Or
you
maybe
watch
not
all the
because
way
of
to the
copyright
end.
stuff.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
For the delays,
My bad.
Do anime sounding music. So the music, the audio was quiet, and now it's really, really loud.
Normalize everything. Keep
Yeah.
it.
Whenever you're editing your videos, you should have a little bar that tells you how loud it is. Try to average it out between -6 and -3. It should never go above -3 and never go below -6, unless there's exceptions to every rule.
Like
for the most part,
a gag or something. Also, does anime get hit with copyrights?
Yes.
So.
I'm going to start us off with a scene from season 1 that I found
Alright, so that was your intro.
extremely-
Got it. It's very anime feeling of an intro, so that's good.
I was gonna say it's generic because there's Let's Play channels that will just use gameplay footage and music and montage it together, and that's their intro. And then there's anime channels that will just take some scenes from anime, throw it on together with some music, and then that's their intro. You know?
Yeah.
It might actually be better not to have an intro than to have a generic intro.
Or make it really short to where it's just your name, the last 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's hey, I'm Dude, and I'm gonna say this thing in the video. Snap. Whoosh. Intro's done.
Yeah.
This is good. The yellow border you got,
Yeah.
it's good copyright protection.
I was worried that you weren't going to have any, and I was going to be like, that's number 1.
Yeah. I might even make it so that the edges are blurred behind.
Yeah, if you can.
That'd be a whole extra layer. I watch anime that much anymore. So work on your audio balancing because the anime scenes are a lot louder than you are.
Even if it's just you speaking louder, that'd help.
And the last bit of advice I'm going to give you, this might be something that you can do because anime is very colorful. It's got lots of colors and flashy, flat colors. And then it goes back to you and you're flat, you're kind of grayed out, raise the saturation and vibrance during your live action bits. Try to make it match your anime parts a bit. That way there's not this disconnect between the two. It'll flow a lot better and people will perceive your content as better.
Also, I feel like you have the name news in your title. And we've only seen one of your videos, but sit behind something, like this table right here. It adds a huge layer of professionalism to the video. I'm good enough to where I can sit down and present this to you with a table of notes or something.
Yeah. Work on your thumbnails. Because of the intricate design behind the text, it makes the text a little hard to read.
I do like that they have mild drop shadows, and it does help being able to read it a bit better.
So of the thumbnails you have on your screen on the screen right now, this is the best one because you got the text, which is the font of review could be better, but
maybe a little bit bigger too.
But it's a contrasting color to the background, and the background is a face. Faces in the thumbnails are huge attention grabbers because the human brain naturally wants to see a face, especially if it's a weird face.
Angry faces also.
So faces and boobs. There you go.
That's how you win. That's how you make good clickbait.
I don't want to say you have to clickbait to succeed, but
your
thumbnails have to be good enough to where people will want to click them. Meaning you have to do some level of baiting, I guess.
Literally just having a thumbnail is technically clickbait because you're
having a title with a word in it
is technically clickbait.
Because
anything to make someone click your video is having a video clickbait.
Alright, so now we got Phantom Brawler. Banner is a little hard to focus on just because
it's pretty crowded, but it's not the worst we've seen.
Right.
Is it better to be crowded or is it better to have nothing?
It depends on the tone of your channel.
Alright.
I guess since it's was this the fighting channel?
Yes, this is a anime fighting. Or
yeah, so here we have
Blaze
Blue, Capcom. Alright, yeah. So this thumbnail is good. I blame the Blaze Blue logo for being that complicated, but I guess Blaze Blue fans would be able to see that just fine.
Yeah.
And then the text below it is good. This thumbnail has too much text. This thumbnail has way too much text. And I think the font is making it seem like there's more text than there already is.
And then that one has the font just doesn't fill the emptiness that's there.
Oh yeah, there's a huge just empty spot.
Like,
I mean, red is a color,
but that's it. It's nothing else.
that's what the
just a
thumbnail
color.
says. It's like, hey, this is red.
Also, the text is tiny. It's hard to read.
Right. Oh yeah, good tip for thumbnail making. Whenever you're making a thumbnail in Photoshop or some program, like after you think you're done making a thumbnail, zoom out of the thumbnail until you're at 12% zoom, because that is the percentage that that YouTube displays your thumbnail at for most people.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Fan3 today, and yeah, 2017 is wrapping up. Yeah, so I want to get out my list of the top.
Yeah. So
again, scripts. You just write a script out. It's easier to follow a script, especially because your voiceover. You just read it aloud to the microphone. Like, it's not that weird. Or just do a dry take where exactly like that, but then write it down what exactly you want to say.
Because when you say yeah, so that to an average viewer that will say you aren't prepared for making this video. You don't seem like the kind of person that cares that much because you're not like super into it. You're like, oh yeah, so. And then the thing happened.
Unless, of course, you're doing like a live reaction video or something like that, where you want.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
Let's skip ahead.
I think we should watch one of the actual like.
I assume this is an intro.
Very long intro.
The first game on my list is
How long is the intro? Too long is the answer. Especially if it's just generic game footage. It's better to not have an intro than to have a generic intro.
Your music audio is too loud. It's hard to understand you.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's Fan here today with another discussion video. I'm gonna try to get these out as much as possible so I have
yeah, I can't hear you that much.
But today I want to talk
That's the biggest thing. Also, this might not be a huge thing, but at least for me, and I know Josh also, the first words in your video should never be, "Hey guys,"
or "What's up,"
or anything along those lines.
Or addressing, "Hey YouTube," or
yeah, like, "Hey guys, welcome to another discussion video."
Like, you could just start today. In this discussion video, we're going to be
Today, in this discussion video, we're going to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and why it's a terrible game. Actually, it's the fourth one that's terrible. The third one's fine.
Yeah.
Like, that's significantly better than just, "Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, Guzma, back again with another video for you guys exclusively. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because this video is going to be great and let's discuss things."
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and do stuff.
On a completely, like, you didn't say this at all, but asking for subscription and likes.
At the very beginning?
At the very beginning.
No.
Why?
Why would I subscribe
like,
to
I don't know
I
anything
haven't even
about
seen
you.
what you do yet.
Like, you didn't do this.
Yeah, you did.
So you're fine. But, like,
as a general rule,
even at the end of a video, don't make a huge point. Don't make a huge point. Like, be like,
seconds.
"Hey, if you like more, subscribe. I've got tons of these." You know, like, quick, concise. "Hey, you know, I got some of these."
I think if you really want to like get your YouTube channel going and getting bigger, you just got to script things out.
Yep.
Right now, it's just you're a guy sharing your opinion in a video format, as opposed to you're someone that's making content for YouTube. That's.
I mean, I could go to a forum and read what you say.
Right. You gotta give something that you can't just get. Go into Reddit or
whatever.
Bruce and
good
the banner is very minimalistic. Neat. Niche isn't the right word.
Neat. It's
neat.
Clean.
It's very clean, minimalistic.
It doesn't.
It's good.
It doesn't burden your eyes. Like, I read it, I'm like, Bruce and look down. Oh, that's who his name is. All right, I'm ready for this dude.
I like the avatar.
The avatar is good. It's clean. That's
thumbnails are also clean. Look at that one.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. You got the purple yellow contrasting colors. Perfect.
You have a slight angle on your
text, and the angle follows the angle of the person.
Yeah.
Also.
Yep. And then it's a mild background with, like, is it mild texture or just it's blank? It's just a blank neutral color of the main color of the.
It's beautiful.
It's good.
And the font is bold and catches your eye.
It also
and then even this font, like, it fits Dragon Ball Z because like it's all like ugh.
I think it is the.
Is it the Dragon Ball Z?
It's one of them. I think it might be Fighters.
So your thumbnails are great, and then they stop being good down here.
Well, I mean,
it looks like you had a transition.
That transition.
Also, because now we have Let's Plays down here.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like you were doing Let's Plays and all kinds of stuff, and then it looks like you start focusing. The music to voice ratio is good.
Yep.
And the last time
it's also
they showed
it's just a
caught me
rhythmic
off guard
beat.
personally.
You don't want something that has a high melody that people will pay attention to. You want something that's in the background.
Your microphone is good. Step back from it a bit and get a pop filter. Also, your voice is pretty good too. But you just need to step back from your microphone a bit and get a pop filter. Just occasionally there's like the really loud ringing, and that's because you're too close. And then there's the occasional poof, and that's because you don't have a pop filter.
Because you just breathe it into the mic.
Mm-hmm. Check out this one. It's about the partner program.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Maybe it's a slight too blurred. Like, I understand you're trying to keep it like, oh, what is that?
Much lower when I originally signed up.
If it's too blurry, it hurts.
However, late on January 16th, 2018, the internet was furious. The reason was once again.
This one's definitely written out ahead of time.
Yeah, this one is written out, which is a good move because like you're clear.
Your voice is also amazing for this. I just want to say, your voice is great. It's blurred footage. For the most part, it's too blurred. It's headache-inducing.
Just a little bit. Like, that's just a design aspect that you'd have to know. Like, again, YouTube is a lot of skills. Like, you have to know graphic design, you have to know audio editing, you have to know video editing.
So you got a lot of it down. Your voice work is great. You just need a pop filter and to step back a bit.
It's not that bad.
The way you speak is great. The just general flow of your script is great. You just need more stuff happening on screen because just blurry game footage.
I mean,
non-blurry game footage would be better than blurry game footage at this point. The YouTube What We Need format that you had, not the visuals, but like the way you read it or wrote it or whatever, was significantly better than the Dark Souls Remastered one. Whatever you did on the YouTube What We Need video, do more of that. Less of this. Good stuff. It's a Metroid focused channel.
I do love me Metroid.
Hey guys, the Metroid trainer here.
Hey, Metroid trainer. Metroid focused channel. I never thought that would have existed.
I don't think it does exist. I'm still in disbelief right now.
Because like Pokemon, there's tons of Pokemon-centered channels because Pokemon's huge.
Pokemon's huge.
There's tons of PUBG and Call of Duty focused channels because obviously
they're very popular.
But Metroid's very niche.
Unfortunately.
So what do we got? News. So there is some non-Metroid content, but definitely the majority of it is Metroid. Your views aren't bad. Like 2K, 5K, 2K, 16K.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How many? 22. Let's see how many we can get. He has like 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, almost 3,000.
All right. So you're.
Let's see how big we can. 40K. It's a Game Theory reaction response. Maybe you should do more of that. Like, when you're a super focused channel like this, you give off the air of you are
an
expert on that one thing because you have a whole channel dedicated to it. Of
You
course,
obviously know a lot about it.
So, like reaction videos, or not reaction videos, response videos to significantly larger YouTubers that cover the thing that may not have done it the best because they aren't experts on it, are good. This is an excellent idea. I have some Metroid videos. You should respond to them. It's more attention. It's a good way of getting people that are fans of the bigger YouTuber to check your channel out.
Be like, oh, what did he
which
get
isn't
wrong?
which isn't always a good thing.
You might get hate for that one because if you touch,
So MatPat, you're telling me that
you probably got a lot of MatPat hate for that one.
Yeah.
Just because.
Are you really expecting
That's because that happens.
Yeah.
Microphone's decent.
Yeah. And you talk
those events, and then they end up doing
at a
nothing
decent
for the majority
speed.
of the game, just
Yeah,
sitting
it's
around,
not super
attacking
slow,
anything,
but not so
expecting
fast you can't
anything,
understand
just
it.
standing around waiting for something to happen. Samus comes along, and they decide out of nowhere. Samus just
You're a little too
comes
close to the
across and
microphone.
saves them,
Yep.
only for them to
Same
escape
thing.
on
Also,
another.
That's an honest mistake.
Yeah.
I make it still.
It's true.
Mr.
Also,
audio editor over here.
Also, just pop filters. Like,
Yeah.
they may seem like, oh, why do I need that? They're $1 if you just buy them from China. Like,
and they're like $4 if you buy them here.
Yeah,
so
and
like,
they'll get here in like 2 days, but five weeks if you buy from China.
But the editing, I mean, it's mainly. Oh, here's some neat stuff.
All right.
Oh, that's the intro.
I love the intro just because I like Metroid, but
Let's see how long it actually is.
all right.
This intro is a bit long and kind of boring. Here's a song.
Times it by like 33%.
Oh, I get it now because that's a Pokemon trainer with Metroid stuff on it. The Metroid trainer.
Yeah,
I get it now.
I get it.
Now, the
Do you do
first part I
Pokemon
wanna-
stuff? Does he do Pokemon stuff?
Let's find out. But overall, the editing's pretty good. Shorten your
Intro. Just speed it up. Like,
yeah.
it felt like it was a good like motion, but just speed it up a little bit. Especially nowadays with Metroid Prime 4 coming out, ride the wave.
Definitely ride the wave.
Ride that wave.
Get lots of like, hey, here's some like lore.
Find leaks. Make leak video. Anything to boost you. Like, it's not like,
If your channel is a Metroid channel, you need to take full advantage of the Metroid hype train.
Like, don't feel bad for using something to get your channel higher. Like, just like Game Theory. Like, you use Game Theory to get 40,000 views, you know?
Yeah. Which probably translated into a lot of subscribers.
Oh, yeah. And there has to be at least a few people who are like, oh, dude, a Metroid channel? Alright, yeah.
Yeah, and the editing's it's not like super flashy, but it's significantly better than most. Because you could have just slapped some gameplay footage up and then talked over it. You could have just, here's Matt Pat's video in black and white and then talked over it. But you didn't. You took the time to edit it all out, and that puts you above most. Good stuff.
Yeah, but again, just use the hype train to get bigger.
There we go. Definitely. And your thumbnails,
yeah, I guess
they're busy. Like, there's a lot going on here. I can't tell what's quite going on. The colors are mismatched. The
words are a little small.
I didn't even realize there were words until just now.
Don't just put your title on the thumbnail. Make it different.
Adam faked his death and Sector Zero's destruction.
Yeah,
Adam faked his death and Sector Zero's destruction.
It's exactly the same, word for word. Just don't do that. Just
If
put negative.
Adam's not dead.
Adam didn't die, and then put die in a different color. Like, it's attention grabbing.
Especially if it's bigger.
Yeah. Or just keep it even simpler, like not dead.
In fact, like, your editing and the videos themselves are good, and that leads me to believe that it's exclusively your thumbnails that's keeping your channel from getting
also
bigger.
that it's Metroid.
And yeah, Metroid isn't that popular.
Yeah.
So,
but it will be. Just wait. Soon he's gonna be the next Game Theory.
Also, do you actually? Oh yeah, it's a live stream. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, keep live streams and Let's Plays out. Just for the most part, people don't care about live streams and Let's Plays unless you are a live streamer or a Let's Player. So like, if you have all these, what if Metroids were Pokemon? 5 scary moments in Metroid. A Metroid theory. Now watch me play Metroid for 4 hours. Most people aren't gonna stick around to do that.
If you do make playlists are so helpful, and people always forget to use them.
I forget to.
See, look, these playlists are way great. He forgets to use playlists all the time, which bugs me. Because it's like, oh, I want to watch one video, or I want to watch.
What really bugs me about it too is that I've thought about my goal for tomorrow is I'm going to finally make those playlists. I've had that goal since a month and a half ago.
Like, I'll go to YouTube channels and I'm like, oh, I like this, and I'm like, I don't like anything else. Maybe he's got a playlist. I'll give someone a second chance if they have a playlist. I'm probably not in the majority on that one, but definitely use playlists. That was a good move on your part, and name them good.
Yeah. And so, biggest thing though, work on the thumbnails. They're too busy. I can't read most of them.
Yeah.
I can't even find one that's like a good example.
Well,
that one's good. Just
the Game Theory one.
It's because it's the Game Theory thumbnail, but with his own text put on it. So a smaller, like, this is almost a good thumbnail, even though it's just a picture. This thumbnail's better than most of the other ones. So take a picture like this, a little bit of text, maybe a border.
Maybe another person if it has to deal with something.
Yeah.
But that was a live action one, so.
Yeah. So, work on your thumbnails.
This one's not terrible, although...
I still can't read it.
Yeah, I can't read it. But, it's getting better.
Yeah. And then your banner, why does Zero Suit Samus have a white border and none of the other things? Little things like that go a long way.
Even if it was just the Samus on the right having a border, it would balance the image out better.
Like, it isn't bad. I especially like how, it's Samus's helmet visor behind the text.
Yeah, no, well, it's X. Parasite X.
Or, yeah.
The SAX face.
So just put white borders around them, darken this green, like, make both of them have this green effect on both sides.
But just have one darker than the other.
Or just, like, darken it overall. That way you don't have the neon green going all the way through, distracting from the blue and the yellow here. You just make it a dark green with that texturing. But yeah, 100% thumbnails. But anything you can do to set yourself apart from the rest of the huge number of people that do this genre is good.
Yep.
And that can be said of every genre. the number one way to grow yourself, I think we're done looking at channels specifically. So overall, what I've gathered is there's a ton of people, because that was only like a quarter of the videos, the channels that I got suggested from that tweet. There's tons of people that want to do YouTube, but because, you know, that's the way life works, a lot will try, only some will succeed. And a lot of people like to blame YouTube for that, but most of the time it's not YouTube. Most of the time. It's usually just a matter of work ethic. You know, I see people yesterday, the big, huge announcement of YouTube changing the way it works and it's going to screw small channels over. You know, a lot of people said, oh man, it's not fair. Like, I've been working on this channel for 4 years and like I only have 4 subscribers. This is YouTube's fault. And then you go and watch their channel. They have like 4 videos over the course of 4 years. And yeah, they only have 2 views, and that's because the thumbnail doesn't do anything. The video is the lowest quality stuff you can find. So like, obviously, you have to really put in the work to get there.
I mean, Noggin takes multiple people to make Noggin what it is now.
Not half. Some of the videos we make on this channel, I lose money. Because like, we'll post them, they won't do that well. Well, I still have to pay the editor.
Yep.
And like, I don't want to jip him by only paying him what the video made, so like, I'll just pay him what we agreed on ahead of time.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
It's a business.
YouTube is fully a business, and business is capitalism, and capitalism is a meritocracy. The more work you put in, the more reward you'll see, as long as that work has a market. And if you're doing some weird genre thing, or like some weird mishmash that doesn't have a market,
who's gonna buy it?
Yeah, who's gonna watch your videos? If it's some weird niche thing, I don't know.
It's a product. You're producing a product, and if nobody wants it,
I mean, YouTube's also a hobby.
Yeah,
it was a hobby for me too. And like, don't let you're never gonna make money on this stop you from doing your hobby. If you like doing a hobby, do it.
Yeah,
that's actually how most YouTubers started. They just started posting videos because hey, it was fun. Like, that's how I started. I was a bored college student, so I just started posting videos. And then about 1.5 years later, a network approached me and they were like, hey, your stuff's good, we see potential in you. And that's when I started really getting into it. Like, oh yeah, there's a chance I could actually turn this into a job then. So I worked really hard and got to it eventually. You gotta put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, YouTube's not for you.
Yep. It's a good end point.
Yep. And so that's this video.
Hey, you know what's great? Smaller YouTube channels. So recently, YouTube did a whole bunch of changes to their monetization system, which scared a lot of people. Now, it's not as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be, and this whole video was inspired by a group of tweets that was sent to me because I voiced my opinion on the new YouTube matter, and this one particular guy really didn't like that I wasn't freaking out about it because I didn't think it was that bad. And I got a much larger turnout on this tweet than I anticipated. There's 95 retweets, 138 comments, so I can assume that's probably like 120 channels that we gotta go through. I'm probably not gonna go through all of them in this video because that'd take way too long. But the idea of this video is we're going to check out these channels one by one, give advice to them, and hopefully that advice we give to those channels will also help you at home. But why should you care who I am? Because I think this channel might attract people that don't know, or that aren't subscribed, that don't know us. I have a channel that you're currently watching this video on. It has over 500,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for about 4.5 years now. And the channel's at a point where it's supporting not only me, but also Josh and a bunch of freelance editors that all help out on the channel. Also, I've always been really interested in the business side of things. I actually majored in business back in college. And I've talked to loads of people who know way more about the business side of YouTube than I do, and I've just pulled information from all of them. So I'm probably not the best person to be getting advice from, but I'm not the worst. Also, to make this video not super long, I'm not going to beat around the bush about anything. We are going to be very quick about...
critical. We're going to be very critical. Not full Gordon Ramsay. People don't particularly care about kids, except for other kids. So right now your audience, your potential audience is really small. It's just other kids that happen upon your video. And what do most other kids watch though? They watch Markiplier. They watch Jacksepticeye, big names, as opposed to little names.
Another thing is it sounded very unrehearsed. And not everybody needs to rehearse, but a lot of pauses and breathing. If it's a non-live situation like this, where it's an animated or possibly just a voiceover, having a lot of pauses, ums, things that take up time, people have very short attention spans when it comes to these things.
And those attention spans usually get shorter if it's a kid that they're listening to.
Yeah.
And that's just a downside of being a kid. But like, if you're doing this good at your age, keep it up, man. Your thumbnails are great. Going back to that.
Yeah.
What's fight.png? I assume a joke video.
Who knows?
Hey, it's me. I should probably explain my last video because that was a bit of a different video. So, I had a thing to do. It was
the editing speed isn't bad either.
Yeah.
History, Battle of Agincourt thing.
And something to note, if you are an aspiring YouTuber, which I assume you are, because that was the whole criteria of replying to that tweet I sent, for the most part, don't have videos explaining other videos. Most people don't care. I mean, 44 views ain't bad, but that's probably just because of the clickbait. But as soon as you click on a video and, hey, so about my last video, most people aren't going to care because they probably didn't see your last video. When you're first starting out, keep update videos to a minimum. Like you have 2 or anything. Just...
It'll be constructive.
Yeah, like...
It's criticism that you want to hear.
Right.
It may not be...
It might not necessarily be the nicest sounding. I'm not going to beat around the bush to try to sound nice. I'm going to tell you directly, hey, if you want to keep doing this, you have to get better.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and start with the initial long line of tweets. The guy that sent me all those lines of tweets and then was like, oh yeah, I'd love some advice. So right away, the banner. When someone happens to click on one of your videos, no matter where the source is, if they liked the video, they won't subscribe immediately. They have to make sure you're able to produce frequent good content, you know? As long as you're able to make more than one video good, as long as your channel's good, then they'll subscribe. So they'll watch your video, oh, I liked that, I'm gonna check out this channel. Then they go to your channel and they see a banner like this one. This is just Photoshop 101.
That's true, yes.
This is as generic as you can get for a banner, Photoshop 101. You know, you got generic background, you got a logo picture, him in art, that's neat.
No, that's good.
A lot of YouTubers do that now, though.
Yeah.
So again, it's you commissioned some guy or you drew it yourself, you know, which is what most YouTubers do nowadays. The text is not the best color for the backdrop; it doesn't pop enough. You need to work on the graphic design overall. And then you get to your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are significantly subpar.
They don't pop enough. There's too much of non-contrasting colors on there.
Very first rule for thumbnails: never ever just let a screenshot from your video be a thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
Is if you do that, you don't care about YouTube enough.
I guess one of the main things is you have to know graphic design.
Right. To be better than the last. If you're not improving, people might subscribe to you, but then if a future video isn't as good as the one before it, why would they bother watching it or watching it all the way through? And then after they discover that video isn't that good, why would they even click on your next one? Jamix. Who's Jamix?
Alright.
Let's find out who Jamix is. Banner, I have no idea what that even is.
Immediate impressions, I get animator.
Animator, probably animated vlogger.
Animated vlogger. The
thumbnails are good.
Thumbnails are pretty good.
Except for that one.
Well, that one looks...
That's probably a joke video.
Yeah. But the thumbnails look like they pertain to the video, and they're not just screenshots of the video.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this one.
Hey, do you know what happened today? So I did my, normal rugby on a Sunday, and I was filthy, so I took a bath. And bathing is boring. So I was watching some YouTubes like you do. By the way, I talked about YouTube in my last video. And I dropped my phone in the bath.
Oh no.
But then I dried it and it worked.
The animation is actually pretty good.
No, the animation's not bad. Animation is very hard to do, and it's not worth it on YouTube, I feel.
Not for the most part. But animation is also the
highest.
You get the most Patreon support.
Yeah.
Once you build an audience.
Yeah.
But so overall, your animation's great. Like, I assume based on your voice, you're probably really young. If you keep up your animation, by the time you're a late teen, young adult, you're going to be doing wonders. But right now, your voice is the problem because most
design graphics.
YouTube is a big. In order to succeed on YouTube, you have to know a little bit of everything. You gotta know video production, you gotta have a personality, you gotta know graphic design, at least the basic, very basic graphic design. Like, this thumbnail isn't bad right here.
Yeah, no, that's
it's just not great. But let's go ahead and click that one. Let's see what we have going.
Hello everybody, Uncle Shao here, and I'm happy to announce I
get a better microphone.
That is one big thing.
So another rule for everyone. This is a general rule that applies to every single YouTube creator or aspiring YouTube creator. Audio is the most important thing. If your microphone sucks, no one's gonna watch your videos because it hurts. Like, if I was watching this while wearing headphones and I just clicked it and this started coming through my headphones, I'd get a headache immediately. The video, so like cameras and stuff, doesn't matter as much, but audio is the biggest, most important thing. The first thing you should ever invest in is a good microphone. And I don't even mean like a really good microphone. Like the Blue Yeti, it's like $60, and it's way past what's
I think they have a couple that are only $40.
Mm-hmm.
200 subscriber t-shirt on sale on Teespring. Link in the description box below.
Echo?
You could also go in the description box and like my Facebook fan page. So,
self-promoting for the first minute's never good. A good rule of thumb is if you don't grab someone's attention in the first 5 seconds, they're going to click off.
That's actually very, very true.
I do that.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like your channel is where a lot of channels are. You're just starting out. Even you said you were doing this for like 2 years, you said? 2 years of progress and you still seem like you just started. You have to, in order to keep up with a YouTube channel, each subsequent video has